The early 19th century was a time when explorers and scientists were captivated by the mysteries of the uncharted wilderness, eager to make discoveries that would etch their names in history. Among these fervent minds was Dr. Richard Harlan, a man driven by a passion for uncovering nature's secrets. Little did he know, his quest would lead him down a path of acclaim and infamy, all hinging on a single misunderstood wolf. Dr. Richard Harlan pursued medical studies at the University of Pennsylvania, where he developed a keen interest in comparative anatomy, a field focused on comparing the anatomical structures of different species. After completing his medical degree, Harlan began his career as a physician and anatomist. His early work involved the study of various animal specimens, and he quickly gained recognition for his detailed and systematic approach. He collaborated with other naturalists and supported Audubon during his travels. He described a number of species like Macrochelys teminki, Harlan's ground sloth, Harlan's muskox, and many other different species. Harlan's fascination with North American wildlife led him to explore the country's diverse fauna, and he began to make significant contributions to the field of comparative anatomy. In the early 19th century, during his journey to the western United States, particularly around the area of Missouri River and its tributaries, Harlan came across a specimen that he believed represented a new species of wolf. The specimen was a skull and a partial skeleton of a large wolf-like animal. Harlan was convinced that this specimen differed significantly from other known wolf species, particularly the gray wolf and the red wolf. In 1825, Dr. Harlan published his findings in the Journal of the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia. He named the supposed new species Canis harlani or Harlan's wolf in honor of himself. Harlan described the animal as being larger and having a more robust build than other wolves. His description included details about the specimen's skull shape, dentition, and overall size. Harlan's announcement was met with initial excitement. The scientific community was eager to learn about new discoveries in North American wildlife, and the identification of a new wolf species seemed like a significant contribution. The specimen was displayed and discussed among scientists, further fueling interest in Harlan's claim. As the scientific community began to scrutinize Harlan's findings, doubts started to emerge. Some researchers questioned the validity of Harlan's identification. They argued that the differences he noted could be attributed to variation within the known gray wolf species. The controversy surrounding Harlan's wolf quickly escalated. Other scientists joined the debate and the scientific community became polarized. In 1829, Dr. John Bachman, a prominent naturalist and colleague of Harlan, publicly criticized the identification of Harlan's wolf. Bachman conducted his own comparative studies and concluded that the specimen was not a new species but a variant of the gray wolf. He argued that the Harlan's differences could be explained by individual variation rather than evidence of a new species. The controversy surrounding Harlan's wolf quickly escalated. Other scientists joined the debate and the scientific community became polarized. Some famous researchers like Louis Agassiz defended Harlan's findings. He believed that Harlan's specimen was important for understanding the extinct fauna of North America, and that Harlan's meticulous observations were valuable to the scientific community. While other great researchers like John Belknap and William Cooper were skeptical of Harlan's conclusions, arguing that the evidence provided was not adequate to support the claims. They questioned the identification and classification of the skull, suggesting that Harlan's conclusion might have been premature or based on insufficient evidence. The debate extended beyond scientific journals to public forums, where Harlan's credibility was increasingly questioned. But was this thing even true? Wasn't Harlan a trusted biologist? To find this thing, I checked the details about the Harlan's past. After researching his life, it turns out that Harlan was involved in other controversies as well prior to the Wolf's case. For reference, in the early years of 19th century, Harlan was accused for copying direct passages from A.G. Desmarest's book Mammalogy in his own book Fauna Americana without proper acknowledgement. There are other controversies similar to this, from copying to even publishing defaming articles for his competitors. All this proof shows that Harlan praised fame a lot, and it was doable for him to make propagandas to attain it. The defamation of Harlan was an evidence of competitive nature of scientific discoveries in a field where new species could bring significant prestige and recognition. The challenge to Harlan's as much about professional rivalry as it was about scientific accuracy. By the early 1830s, further studies and analysis began to support the view that Harlan's wolf was not a distinct species. Researchers re-examined the specimen and compared it with other known wolf specimens, reinforcing the conclusion that the differences noted by Harlan were within the range of variability observed in the gray wolf. The specimen was eventually reclassified as a gray wolf, and Harlan's wolf was no longer recognized as a valid species. The controversy had a significant impact on Dr. Richard Harlan's career. His reputation suffered as a result of the debate. Accusations of scientific error and misconduct tarnished his standing within the scientific community. Harlan faced criticism from peers and was seen as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of scientific identification. The news media at the time also fueled the controversy. Despite the professional setbacks, Harlan continued his work in comparative anatomy and made valuable contributions to the field. However, the episode with Harlan's wolf remained a blemish on his career. The story of Dr. Richard Harlan and the Harlan's wolf serves as an important lesson in the scientific process. It underscores the necessity of rigorous scrutiny and peer review in the scientific research. The controversy highlighted the importance of carefully evaluating evidence and avoiding hasty conclusions. Harlan's case also illustrates the high stakes involved in scientific discovery. The pressure to make groundbreaking contributions can sometimes lead to mistakes, and the repercussions of such errors can be severe. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this dive, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Join us next time on Know Wild as we explore more incredible species from the animal kingdom. And comment down below if you have any questions or if there is a species you'd like to know about. Until then, stay curious, stay wild.